How many games will the Green Bay Packers win in 2026? What's going on, Packers fans? Or, as I say, cheeseheads and guys? It's your boy, Man Jones here, back with another NFL record prediction. At this time, we'll be predicting the 2026 Green Bay Packers record prediction for a 2026 NFL records regular season. Where to get things started here? I'm gonna go game by game analysis and game by game picks. See which games I think the Packers will win and which games I think the Packers are going to lose. So before I give you my record prediction for the Green Bay Packers for a 2026 NFL season, don't forget to put a thumb up, type the video, subscribe to my channel more often, and comment down your opinion below to see who how good you think the Packers will be. Do you think the Packers will win the NFC North? Do you think they'll make the playoffs? Or you think they'll take a step back and miss out on the playoffs? Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Okay, so week one, they have to go on the road to play against the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, I can totally see a game that can definitely go either way, but I'm going to hand Green Bay their first loss and just say they lose to the Vikings because I just feel like that, without Parsons, I just don't know if I have faith in the Packers defense to at least be able to get enough pressure. Because now the Vikings got Kyler Murray now, and I feel like Kyler Murray, he's going to be scrambling around and he can make some plays happen. And I feel like he'll do enough to at least like dice up your secondary. And then the Vikings do got a lot of good weapons on offense that can totally give the Packers defense some problems, like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hockenson, Juwan James as well. And I feel like the Vikings can do enough to run the ball here. I think they can run the ball well against the Packers. And I just really think that, I just think the defense of the Vikings, it might take a step back this year because they lost their best player in Jonathan Kennard. But I feel like Brian Flores does a really good job defending Jordan Love. Like he does a really good job, and he found a point to attack him. So I feel like the Vikings defense can totally win them the game here, especially at home in Minnesota where it's a tough place to play at. So yeah, I think the Vikings will win this game in an upset, but I feel like Green Bay, they're probably gonna be favored by like a field goal or something, or maybe by like a touchdown. So yeah. Then week two, they have to play on the road against the New York Jets. Obviously, I feel like Green Bay, they should easily bounce back and beat the Jets because the Jets are a disaster. Like their offensive line is not great. Their receiving core not great. Their defense is young, but they're very predictable and they're very weak on that side of the ball. And I know the Jets got Geno Smith, but I don't think Geno Smith is that good. I mean, Green Bay does have the better quarterback, better coaching staff, and there's an overall more complete team. Like they got better offense, better defense as well. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't see how the Jets are going to be able to move the ball against them. And I feel like Green Bay offensively, they're just going to like run all over them. They're going to throw all over them. Like, yeah, I think that leads to an easy Packers win. Then week three, they have to play at home against the Atlanta Falcons. Thursday night, short week. Obviously, this is a game right here that can. I actually got the Packers should easily win this game for sure because the Packers are at home and they're a more complete team and have the better quarterback and coaching staff. And I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Falcons. It's going to be Michael Penix or it's going to be Tua turn the ball over. Like, yeah, and Green Bay pretty much has a better defense as well. I just don't think Atlanta. I just don't. I mean, Atlanta's defense is pretty young, but I don't think they're as good as they are. So I feel like Green Bay's offense should be able to move the ball against them, and I feel like Green Bay will have a better defense as well, which I think they'll get more stops and all that. So yeah, so I feel like that leads to a Packers win here. Then week 4, they have to play on the road against Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tampa. Now, Tampa is kind of interesting, though. Now, I kind of understand. I feel like Tampa Bay pretty much has a better quarterback, in my opinion. I think Tampa Bay, like, offensively, I think they're okay, but nothing special. And then I feel like they're going to take a step back because they lost Mike Evans. Their offensive line is solid. Their defense, I mean, they got some young players there, but they're very predictable. Like, they're pretty much a weaker defense. So, yeah. And Todd Bowles, I don't think he's as good as a head coach. But I feel like this game will be close. I can see Tampa Bay pulling off here an upset. But even in the Brady days, the Bucks did beat them. But I'm going to take the Packers to win this game because I just think the Packers, offensively are going to find a way to at least control time possession, keep Baker off the field and all that. And I think, the Bucks secondary is pretty weak. And I just don't really think they're going to have the corners to man up against the Packers receivers. I feel like Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, and then Matthew Golden. I think they'll have good games there. And I just really think that, Matt LaFleur is going to scheme things up against the Bucs defense. I understand that Todd Bowles, I understand he does know how to defend Jordan Love and all that. He knows how to defend the Packers offense. But I just feel like the Bucs have a weaker defense, and Green Bay's defense is much better, which I think they'll get more stops. So, yeah. So, I am picking the Packers to win this game on the road because I feel like the Packers are just a much more complete team, and they pretty much got better coaching as well. So, yeah. Then week 5, they got to play at home against Chicago Bears. I feel like this is a game Parsons might come back, but I think Green Bay is going to split with them. So I'm giving the Packers to win here because they're at home, and I feel like they're just a more complete team. And I just really feel like, the Packers defense is going to be able to make more plays and get more stops. And I just really feel like the Bears are going to take a step back this year. I mean, their defense is not great. So I feel like Green Bay should be able to move the ball against them. And, and I really think that the Bears offensively are probably going to get a little bit worse because they lost DJ Moore. So, and Caleb Williams he's okay, but I don't think he's anything special. But I think Green Bay offensively, I feel like LaFleur is going to put up a good game plan against the Bears defense. So, yeah, I think Green Bay will win this game at home. And I think Green Bay is pretty much a better team than the Bears, which is why I think the Packers will win. Then week 6, they got to play at home on a Sunday night against the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, I got the Packers beating the Cowboys here because I feel like Green Bay's the overall much more complete team. They're at home, and they have better coaching staff. And I just have a feeling that it's the Micah Parsons revenge game. I think this is a game I think Micah Parsons is going to get his revenge. And I feel like Green Bay's offense is going to be able to stay balanced. And I feel like they're going to move the ball really well against the Cowboys defense, which I don't really think is going to be good, which they hope they would be. I think Green Bay's offense is going to be able to move the ball against them, which that keeps the Cowboys defense on their heels. Because even last year when these two teams played, it was a shootout, and Dallas offense was able to stay balanced. And Green Bay's offense stayed balanced as well. So, yeah. But Dallas is a challenge because they do got a high-powered offense. They got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, which they do got receivers that can really give the Packers defense problems. Even last year, CeeDee Lamb didn't play, and then George Pickens had a day there. So yeah, and Dallas has a solid offensive line, and their defense, I just don't know if it's going to be good enough to at least get stops. So yeah, but I feel like Green Bay's defense can get more stops. I mean, if Lonze can defend Dak Prescott, as long as they can defend the receivers, not give big plays to CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, I feel like they should be fine. So yeah, and Green Bay pretty much got their number as well. So yeah, I think Green Bay is going to win that game at home. Then week 7, they got to play against the Detroit Lions. This is another game which is their division rival. I actually think they're going to split with the Lions. So I think the Lions will win this game here because I thought the Lions are going to want revenge on Green Bay because even last year Green Bay swept them. I don't think it happens again. And the Lions do have the better they're at home, and I just really feel like the Lions are going to be a much better team than they were last year. So, yeah, so I got the Lions winning that game. Then week 8, they have to play at home against Carolina Panthers on a short week Thursday night. I think Green Bay, they should be able to get their revenge and beat the Panthers because, last year Carolina went to Green Bay and beat them, but I don't think the same thing happens again. I think Green Bay, I feel like Green Bay's defense is going to give the Panthers offense some fits because I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to run the ball. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball against them. And I think Green Bay's defense is going to be able to take advantage of that, and they can get after Bryce Young and make him uncomfortable. And I feel like offensively, I think they can stay balanced, and I think they'll make more plays. And I think the Packers defense will make more stops as well. Even though the Panthers defense is much improved, but I still think Green Bay is gonna find a way to at least move the ball against them. Because I feel like the Panthers defense, I don't think it's gonna be as good as what they hoped it would be. So yeah, and also Green Bay is at home, they're a much more complete team. They have better coaching, and I feel like they have a better quarterback as well. So yeah, I feel like Green Bay will win that game for sure. Then week 9, they got to play against the Patriots. This is a game that can definitely go either way. I can definitely see a way where the Packers can win this game. I mean, most people could be picking the Packers to win and all that, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the Patriots to win because I feel like the receivers of AJ Brown, Hunter Henry, and Romeo Doubs, those guys are just going to be too much for your secondary to handle because I don't think you guys are going to have the corners to man up against the Patriots receivers. I think A.J. Brown is going to be a problem, and I feel like Romeo Doubs can be a problem. So I feel like this could be a little bit of a revenge game for Romeo Doubs. And I feel like Drake May can do enough to at least throw the ball through the air and slice and dice, and make some plays against your secondary. And I feel like the Patriots defense is pretty much underrated, which I think they'll do good getting enough stops. And offensively, and I feel like the Patriots do have the corners that can really man up against the Packers receivers. So, yeah. So, I feel like it's going to be a really close game. But I think the Patriots are going to find a way to win this game because I feel like the Patriots they're at home and they pretty much got the better quarterback. So, yeah. That's why I think the Patriots are going to win this game here. Then week 10, they got to play at home against the Minnesota Vikings. I think they'll split with the Vikings, so I'm giving the Packers a win here because I feel like the Packers, I just feel like, they're just a much more complete team. They're at home. They have the better quarterback. And, I don't know if Minnesota's going to have much to play for because I think Minnesota is probably going to take a step back this year. And while Green Bay is taking a step forward this year and they're trying to at least fight to get to the playoffs again. So, yeah, so I think the Packers are going to win this game for sure at home. Then they have a bye week 11. Then after the bye week, they have to play on the road against the Los Angeles Rams in LA. This is a game right here that can definitely go either way. This could totally be my trap game because It can though, because this is gonna. I feel like this game is gonna be a fun game to watch. I mean, both of the defensive battles. I mean, it's gonna be Parsons versus Garrett. I mean, that's gonna be a fun one. But I feel like this game will be super close. I can see it being a shootout. I kind of feel like Green Bay could totally pull off a win here, which I would not be surprised because I feel like Green Bay pretty much has gotten the Rams number. But I am going. This is on a Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve. The first time is on the game. Football's on Thanksgiving Eve. But I'm gonna say since Green Bay is on the road, I'm gonna go with the Rams here. And the reason why I'm picking the Rams to win is because I just think the Rams, I just think they're just a much more complete team, and they have the better quarterback. And I just really think that, playing in LA is tricky, is a tough environment. It's probably going to be the fan because of the fan base and all that. So, yeah, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of Rams fan there. And I really think that the Rams, pretty much improved their defense as well. Because now they added Myles Garrett to the D line. And they added two good corners and McDuffie and Watson, who can really at least take on and cover the Packers receivers. And then also the Rams on the other side of the ball, the Rams got a high-powered offense as well, which is tough to stop. But I just don't really know I just don't really think you guys have the corners to man up against the Rams receiver, because the Rams got receivers that can really give the Packers defense problems, like Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. I feel like this could be a little bit of a revenge game for Devontae Adams. So, yeah. So, I feel like Stafford can do enough to throw the ball through the air against your secondary and just dice you up. So, yeah, especially Stafford has played really well against the Packers throughout his career. So, I feel like Stafford's going to have a field day. So, yeah. Even though Green Bay's coming off a bye, I have a feeling the Rams are going to win because I feel like they're just a much more stronger team. So, yeah. So, that's why I got the Rams winning that game. Then week 13, they got to play on the road against New Orleans Saints. I actually have Green Bay winning here because I don't think the Saints are a good team. Their defense is a little bit stronger. It was top 10 last year, but they're not good offensively. And Green Bay pretty much has a better defense as well, which I think they can at least take advantage and overwhelm the Saints' offensive line that's not great. And Green Bay has a better O-line as well. So, yeah, and I feel like they have a better run game. And I really feel like, the Saints secondary is not good. So I feel like Jordan Love is going to, dice them up, especially you as well. And I feel like Kraft and Watson can have a good game as well. Reed can as well. So, yeah. So, I feel like Green Bay's defense makes more stops, and I feel like Green Bay's offense makes more plays as well. So, yeah. And the Packers pretty much got the better quarterback and better coaching staff. And I feel like there's a much more complete team. So, yeah. So, I feel like Green Bay will easily win that game there. Then week 14, they got to play at home against the Buffalo Bills on a Sunday night. This is another game that can definitely go either way. I can see this game definitely going either way because I know most people could be picking the Bills to win because the Bills got the better quarterback. And I think the Bills are a much more complete team overall. But the Bills are kind of a challenge. I mean, Josh Allen's a challenge. The Bills did revamp their receiving core, adding DJ Moore. They have a solid offensive line. Their defense is okay, but they're good against the pass, but not good against the run. You know what? I kind of feel like this game right here is going to be a fun game to watch. I feel like it could be closer. I could see it being a higher scoring game in a shootout. But I'm going to say since you're at home, I'm going to give the Packers the win here because I just really feel like the Packers defense can do enough to fool Josh Allen and make life difficult on him because they have the pass rush right now to get after Josh Allen as well. And I kind of really feel like, the Packers offensively, I think they can get after the Bills defense because I feel like the weapons of Green Bay can do that though. And I feel like Jordan Love is going to dice them up because the Bills sometimes are soft against the pass. So yeah, but I think Buffalo is a better team and have a better quarterback from a talent standpoint. But I just feel like, with the weather being cold in Green Bay in the month of December, I kind of think Green Bay is going to have the edge here. Then week 15 against the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, this should be easy Packers win here. Like, the Dolphins are probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, like, their offensive line is not great. Their receiving core is not great. I mean, they lost their top two receivers in Waddle and Hill. Their defense is definitely not great as well because they lost multiple players like Mika Fitzpatrick and Bradley Chubb. Like, yeah, like, their defense isn't going to be as good. I mean, they have a new head coach in Hafley who I'm not a believer in. And I think the Packers, they're just a much more better team, better coaching staff, better quarterback. They're at home. They have much more better defense as well. So yeah, that's why I got the Packers winning that game. Then week 16, they got to play against Chicago Bears on a Friday. This is on Christmas Day. I actually think they're going to split with the Bears, so I'm giving the Bears a win here because I feel like the Bears will have more to play for because I think the Bears are a team that can totally make the playoffs or they could barely miss it. So yeah, I think these two teams will split, but I really think the Bears will win because I feel like the game is more important to them. So yeah. Then week 17, they have to play against the Houston Texans on a Monday night in Green Bay. This is going to be a good game to watch. I can see this game going either way. I know most people could be picking the Texans to win because their defense is really good. I mean, they can stop the run, they can stop the pass, but their offense could be a little bit sketchy. And I feel like Green Bay's offense is a lot better. But I could totally see this being a lower scoring game. So I'm going to say since Green Bay's at home, I'm going to take the Packers here. And the reason for it is that I just think the Packers, can do enough on defense, to fool CJ Stroud and make life difficult on them. And I think Green Bay's defense will win the game. I feel like, offensively, they'll be fine. I mean, they have better offense. I feel like they'll make more plays. But I think Green Bay's defense will win them this game as well. So, yeah, and I feel like Green Bay, it is a much more complete team. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I got the Packers winning that game. Then week 18, they have to play at home against Detroit Lions. I think they will split the Lions and get a win here because I kind of really feel like that, Green Bay is going to have more to play for because I feel like this game is more important to them. And the Lions, I feel like, is going to be a good team this year. So, yeah, and I feel like Green Bay is probably going to be locked in for the playoffs. So, yeah, I think Green Bay is going to win that game for sure at home. So, overall, I have the Packers going 12-5, which that's pretty much good enough to make the playoffs. Maybe good enough to win the division. I don't know. I mean, 8-4 in the conference, 3-3 division, 9-0 at home, 3-5 away. I mean, not bad. So, yeah, I feel like, 12-5, maybe 11-6, 13-4 sounds about right for them. I mean, I think they probably feel like they have a higher ceiling, but I feel like their ceiling can be like 14 wins and maybe their floor can be like maybe 9 or 10. I mean, who knows if Parsons gets injured so many times. So, yeah. So, Green Bay, I mean, pretty much has an easy schedule because, they play their own division, the NFC North. They play the Vikings twice, the Lions twice, the Bears twice. They play the weakest division in football, which is the NFC South. They play the Patriots. They play the Bills. They play an improved Cowboys team. And they play the Texans and the Rams. So, yeah, so maybe you could say this is a harder schedule, but it's much easier than you think. So, yeah, I feel like 12 wins for the Packers sounds about right. So, I feel like, if Parsons is back, I feel like, back strong. I feel like the Packers defense will be back being good again. And even when he was out, the Packers defense was not great. So yeah, but I still think they need to improve their secondary. The linebacking core is really good, adding Zaire Franklin. And then I feel like the old line's okay, but they lost some pieces. I feel like they're fine at wide receiver. The receiving core is okay. After losing Wicks and Dobbs. I feel like Matthew Golden can take a huge step, and Christian McCaffrey's a stud. Tucker Kraft's a stud, but he should be back. And then Josh Jacobs is a stud, and then they got Jaden Reed, and Jordan Love is an okay quarterback. So yeah, I mean that they lost Jeff Hadley, but they added a new defense coordinator and Jonathan Gannon, which I think they'll be fine. So yeah, so I feel like 12-5 for the Packers sounds about right. I can totally see them winning another game. Like I can totally see them sweeping the Vikings or the Bears, or I could totally see them beat the Patriots. I can totally even see them beat the Rams, or I can see them losing games. Like I can see them lose to the Texans. I can see them dropping one to the Bills. Like yeah, they could totally drop one to the Bucks. Like yeah, so I feel like 12-5 for the Packers. What I have for my record prediction for them. You let me know in the comments down below what you guys think and how you feel about them. So yeah, do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Just let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Well, this is Emmanuel Jones, a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and you can see more of my NFL record prediction through my playlist and more of my videos as well. So yeah, well, that's all I have for you for right now. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. See you guys later. Peace.